One of the biggest challenges in a real estate business is that everyone is playing fee defense. Everyone wants to talk about the objection handlers and what you say and how to be able to deal with the objection of the day. But what would actually happen inside of your business if instead you played fee offense? An offense is a completely different game. And this is about the conversation about helping people to understand the fee environment that you're in. Mr. and Mrs. Owner, just so you know, there are agents anywhere between 3.5% all the way down to 0.5%. We're not the most expensive, we're not the cheapest, but we're seen as being the very best value. In fact, X number of customers have made the decision to use us and have been really happy they did over the course of the last 12 months. That little statement there is a really important conversation because it actually shows that you already know that there are fee discounters in the marketplace. And so it's no surprise when someone wants to bring up that objection. And one of the easiest ways to overcome an objection is to bring the objection up first. The second thing is then to think really differently about how you go to present a fee. Now, this is kind of interesting when we think about the psychology of numbers. If I said to you, hey, look, my fee's at 2%, what's the next number that you think of? As a modern consumer, when I hear 2, I actually think about 1.5 or possibly even 1. But if I say, you know what, my fee's at 2.13%, now the next number I think of is actually 2. And that's the power of rounding by using odd numbers. The next conversation is about giving people a choice, red or the blue, like out of the matrix. And that basic idea is saying, look, we've got 2 fee structures that you can choose from. We've got our basic and our basic plus. Our basic is at 2.13 and our basic plus is at 1.91 plus 10 cents for every dollar above the reserve. We're now going to put that in writing and we're also going to have a little most popular above the 1.91. Now all of a sudden for the customer, it's about making a choice. You know what? I'll go with the basic plus, no problems. And then it's the next conversation of what actually happens from here. You've got to have some incredible case studies about what you've actually done in market. And case studies are a great way to show what you've been doing as an agent to allow them to justify the difference in relation to the fee. And let's face it, the agent that you choose will have a significant bearing on the sale price you're going to receive. But if you want to sell differently, you've got to sell differently. And one of the best things that you can do is to actually get someone from your marketing team to ring a vendor in 36 hours after they've actually signed an agency agreement. And just ask a really simple question. Hi Hannah, it's Josh. I just thought I'd give a quick call. I understand that you've just given Kylie and our team an instruction to sell a property and you're going to go so well with her. She's amazing. But let me just ask you a very simple question. I just want to find out about how modern consumers like you actually go to make decisions when it comes to selecting a real estate agent. What did you know about Kylie? Why did you make the decision to call her in? Was there anything that she said that you thought was pretty good? And did any of our competitors happen to come in? And did they say anything that you thought was good? And if you had to boil it down to like 1 or 2 things that you think that Kylie did, that you said, you know what, that's the reason I'm going with her, what do you reckon that would be? Now, what that does is that gives you what the customer thinks is actually really important. And maybe they said the way that you work with buyers or what you do around video marketing, or maybe the conversation around your empathetic connection. What you then do is you go and build an A4 document that says the 3 reasons why me, and you have 1, 2, 3, and you actually list out each of those individual items. That then allows you to talk to them. So then ultimately the customer can see the difference to ultimately pay the difference. In every market you walk into, you might be going against a different competitor. And you've got to learn how to make sure that you know how to combat what they're going to say. You need to make sure that you're seriously good about understanding the reasons why someone should use you. And if you start to play fee offense, then you can get better at fee defense. The basic idea, if we come to some agreement in relation to the fee, would you use us? And if they say yes, you know they've already bought you. Then the next question is, why is that? Because of what you said in the way you go to work with buyers. And then it's that next little line, Mr. and Mrs. Owner, let me ask you a very simple question. If you get what you want, would it be okay if I get what I want? And that's the secret to getting better fees, is learning how to play offense first before you go and have a look at defense.